Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on News 4 at 4. I'm Abby Fridman in for Christy Kern. In your top 4 at 4, there are signs that more doses of the COVID-19 vaccine will soon be on their way to Western New York. News 4's Chris Horvitz joins us live at the convention center, which Erie County officials hope to turn into a mass vaccination site. Hi, Chris.
That's right. Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz has said hopefully within a month this will be a place where 3,000 people come each day to get the COVID-19 vaccine. That is contingent on the supply chain. There was a big development of the day when it comes to vaccines locally. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced that a mass vaccination site will soon open at the Delavan Grider Community Center. That's scheduled to happen on March 3rd. Cuomo says 1,000 people could be vaccinated here, each day through this joint effort between the state and federal governments.
When you look at the vaccination rates, look at the fairness and correct for the fairness.
Makes sense, because you have to have people wait 15 minutes.
The governor's announcement comes on the heels of yesterday's announcement from Poloncarz that they believe they can administer 3,000 doses per day here at the convention center, working with the state and National Guard. Poloncarz admitted logistics still would need to be finalized, but the top-level analysis has already been done, he says. Now, one News 4 viewer reached out to us with a concern about this location, and we'll hear what she has to say at 5. Reporting live downtown, Chris Horvitz, News 4.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. New York State is giving parks the okay to reopen this spring. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced today these businesses can open their gates starting April 9th. They will be limited to 33% capacity. New York is also allowing indoor entertainment to reopen at 25% capacity on March 26th.
Department of Health will list the guidelines: 25% capacity, face covering, social distance, temperature checks, frequent cleaning and disinfection. Riders' attractions that cannot be socially distanced or clean must remain closed.
The governor also announced today summer camps can reopen in June. He's hopeful the state's trajectory will stay on its path. Until then, testing will be required for all campers. We're working to learn what's next for Hotel Henry after owners announced it will close its doors for good at the end of the month. Owners say the pandemic crippled their efforts in the past year, and they will close February 27th. In a statement, the owners say revenues fell 75% short of expectations. It was just 3 years ago when the historic landmark was transformed into Hotel Henry. Experts fear other hotels could find the same fate as the pandemic continues to delay travel plans.
This has been a devastating time for the tourism industry. Our hotel occupancy overall for 2020 was down 47%.
Seeing hotels close up like Hotel Henry and the Hyatt, it's sad to see because it just means not enough people coming into the city of Buffalo.
People with events already booked at Hotel Henry tell us management has reached out to discuss cancellations and deposit returns. The announcement also comes just 5 weeks after 5 former Hotel Henry employees sued the owners for wage theft, claiming they were forced to work during the pandemic without pay. Hotel Henry owners deny those allegations. There were also some talks that hotel company Hilton would be taking over Hotel Henry. Here's a post we found on the website of hotel giant Hilton. A Hotel Henry company member tells News 4, quote, "We have not sold our business to Hilton." He went on to tell News 4 that Hotel Henry will share updates as soon as more information becomes available. President Joe Biden discussed a variety of topics during a televised town hall last night, but the coronavirus pandemic still remains a top issue. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
President Biden gave a new timeline for vaccinating Americans during a town hall event on CNN.
When we came into office, there was only 50 million doses that are available. We have now, by the end of July, we'll have over 600 million doses, enough to vaccinate every single American.
And he clarified his goal of reopening schools during his first 100 days, saying the new goal is to get kids from kindergarten through 8th grade back in the classroom.
Many of them 5 days a week. The goal will be 5 days a week. Now, it's going to be harder to open up the high schools.
The president said teachers should be given a higher priority for the vaccine. But Dr. Anthony Fauci tells CBS this morning that's not a prerequisite for reopening schools.
You want to put a good effort to get as many as you can, as quickly as you can, but you don't want to essentially have nobody in school until all the teachers get vaccinated.
A big part of the president's plans include financial relief for struggling Americans. Tuesday, he pushed back against Republican concerns the cost of his $1.9 trillion relief package is too high.
Overwhelming consensus is, in order to grow the economy a year, 2, 3, and 4 down the line, we can't spend too much.
But the president says he's open to negotiating, including a $15 an hour minimum wage. Republican Senators Tom Cotton and Mitt Romney are working on their own bill that would raise the minimum wage gradually. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The mother of a teenage girl involved in yesterday's Amber Alert is now speaking out to News 4. Kathleen from North Tonawanda says she's furious that Michael Mesko was let out of jail 1 week after being charged with raping her 17-year-old daughter. Mesko is accused of abducting the 17-year-old girl Monday evening from Niagara Falls Boulevard in North Tonawanda, sparking an early morning Amber Alert. That alert was canceled after Pennsylvania State Police caught up with Mesko and the teen at a rest stop in Harrisville.
It's not fair. We should have been involved so we could have our say, you know, to protect my daughter and other children, you know, from this predator. And he was stalking.
He came to the door.
He came to our house the day after he got out of jail.
The Niagara County District Attorney explains they had to ask for $10,000 bail, but North Tonawanda Judge Sean Nickerson opted to set bail at only $1,000. George Rickert will have more from the victim's mother coming up at 5.
Now your forewarned weather forecast, certified Buffalo's most accurate.
Taking a live look over a very sunny downtown Buffalo. Andrew, you said yesterday we were going to need the sunglasses. And boy, you were right. It was sure nice today.
It was a bright one, but yeah, the sun actually felt fantastic. It was a very cold day. If you were caught in the shade, you felt that chill, but the moment you stepped into the sun, I mean, it really kind of helped things out, and the cars didn't feel too chilly either since this morning and through the afternoon. There's the last of that light starting to now fade. We still have a couple of hours, but the sun is going down, and also the clouds are rolling back in at this point, so we don't quite have as much sunshine. Radar mostly clear, but a few flurries down around the south towns into the Boston Hills possible this evening, but that activity should continue to kind of fade. Not really expecting much in terms of snow tonight, but clouds are rolling in right now. You notice that as you look out your window, clouds are going to continue to thicken tonight. Ahead of our next disturbance, this storm going to bring us some snow starting tomorrow. The bulk of this storm is going to miss us to the south, but I do still think we're going to see a few inches of accumulation through tomorrow and tomorrow night, but nothing we can't handle. As of now, no watches, warnings, or advisories. We may catch some winter weather advisories a little bit later on tonight. We'll keep an eye out for that, but not expecting any warnings. Temperatures are actually not bad. Upper teens to low 20s as expected, and thankfully not much breeze, so wind chill's not really going to be much of a factor tonight. Still cold enough without much of a breeze, so bundle up if you are heading on out, and it will be another chilly night. Those clouds should generally keep us in the teens tonight. Now, coming up in your full 401 forecast, I'm going to time out that snow's arrival and let you know how much to expect. Abby.
All right, thank you, Andrew. You can get the latest forecast in the palm of your hand anytime. Just download the News 4 app. It has the latest news, weather, sports, traffic, and much more, and it's free for your phone or tablet. Next on News 4 at 4, a massive winter storm has crippled much of the southern U.S., leaving millions without heat and in the dark. We'll tell you about the new threat headed their way. Plus, today is the beginning of Lent for practicing Christians. We'll show you how the pandemic is changing the way the day is honored.